Alright, and we're back. I'm here with Phantom and Aglab.
Hello.
Phantom's running Ztar Rebooted. Why don't you introduce yourselves, the game, count down, and I'll start the timer.
Alright. So this is Ztar Rebooted. It's a remake of a legendary hack called Ztar. Yeah, I'm gonna be collecting every single star in the game to 100% completion. This has 170 stars. Yeah, 170 stars. And I'm here with the creator of the hack, Aglab.
Hey, it's me, H-Lab. We can go, I think.
Yeah, okay, introductions are done, so I look like you because I got criticized for my camera.
The Doomer camera was too strong for the Fangame Marathon crew, so we had to go with the VTuber moment.
Alright, so 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright. So we're starting off with the overworld. Surprisingly enough, this game is using basically the same overworld as vanilla game, except it's a little bit more messed up, just a tiny bit. But we can't really go to course 1 immediately as we were playing a recent Super Mario 64, because we need 3 stars for it, I think. Well, actually no, course 1 doesn't need 3 stars, but we're still gonna have to collect overworld stars after all. It's a 100% category of this game.
Yep. Ignore that. So the idea of clicking through the castle there is so that the boss fight is easier later. Right. This was very recently discovered. In fact, you could say I just discovered it. Alright, this is how it's on, by the way.
Oh, that's good.
Yep. This is perfect. I love
You just
it.
saw all the ways, including the fading of the clip. So,
Look, just
unfortunately, we're not gonna get.
Just imagine that you can clip after getting the star. That's incredible. Not before. After.
Fortunately, we're not gonna get sub 1 entrance to course 3, but sometimes it is what it is.
So yeah, that was very recently discovered. It says 1 second, and it's pretty cool when it actually works.
Yeah, it's basically a critical, important trick for the speedrun.
Alright, it's a course theory. It's a pretty interesting course. It's pretty fun, I would say, if it wasn't for the coins there. Oh god.
Yeah, I guess this course is supposed to be kind of like an ocean course. It's a sunset coastline after all. Unfortunately, we're not gonna see super large ocean, but we're gonna see a couple lakes here and there. It is what it is. So
There's the ocean, look at that. Plenty of ocean.
yeah, there's definitely an ocean.
Please get up.
And a huge mountain around the ocean. That's totally realistic, isn't it? So this hack, just like many other Super Mario 64 hacks, has 100 coin star, and that's what Phantom is currently going for. And I assume you're gonna do it with reds. Yeah, the reds are also pretty much spread out throughout the course, so it's pretty efficient to do reds and hundreds.
It is. It's worth noting that on the shorter categories, you pretty much do the entire level, but without the 100 coins, you still do red coins, and they're quite different. The yellow coins introduce a lot of energy. Well, mostly the blue coins actually, but yeah. So yeah.
Also, it's not quite that. Usually, Mount still don't strike the whole lake. Anyways, after we got hundreds and reds, now it's time to completely destroy this course. I think there's going to be like 5 speedrun tricks in a row, getting all the stars within like one special trick or a triple jump or long jump, stuff like that. So I think he's going to go for the top star now, just side lip and get on the top of the roof. You're not supposed to do that. Similarly, you're not supposed to use a palm to get on top of the previous star. And now, so now we're gonna go for the cloud star, right?
Yep.
That's probably what it's gonna be.
We're gonna do that.
There are lots of ways to get to the cloud without using the cannon that's intended. I usually did the triple jump wall kick, but I think there is a much better way to go on top.
Well, if the flower allows me. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do the triple jump too. Normally I should do a double jump, you know, a little faster, a little cleaner. But it's actually really hard to reach the cloud with that, so...
I did a wall kick from the main wall, not there. I didn't know you can do it. I'm an ancient speedrunner of this game. I think I did the 97 star run like 4 years ago, 3 years ago. It has been a while. Anyways, these rings, you just need to collect 5, but if you also want to go fast, you have to trade your life and get stuck by the whirlpool. And at the same time, well, I guess Phantom's not gonna get stuck though. But yeah, if you want to go fast, you might want to trade your life there.
I always get sucked, so...
That's fair.
And then, Eglab, are you supposed to actually shoot the cannon for these? Because on the original I can understand, but here I don't think the cannon can even shoot some of these stars.
No, it's just I think you're supposed to go from the top, or from the bottom to the top, but it's a bit faster to do it in the reverse order.
Yep.
These jumps are like pretty commonly annoying for casuals, so we need to learn the noobs how to play the video games, you know.
So
anyways,
here,
now we're gonna go.
Yeah, explain. Like how the levels are connected. Like the reason we are here now is because this star is on course 4 normally. Like this is course 4, but you can only access this area from that entrance there, and that's gonna be the case for a lot of stars in this game, right?
Yeah, this game is basically half open world. That there is a normal overworld like in Vanilla Square City 4, but levels are also interconnected. But also there are lots of entries to different parts of the course. So the main entrance for course 4 has only 6 stars, and the last one is somewhere else. That's a rule for like another 4 course, something like that. But yeah, so this star itself is just a secret hunt. There's not much to tell about it, so I may as well tell about this video game. As Phantom mentioned, it's a remake of original Super Mario 64 1.5, Star Attack exclamation mark. And it was made because the original Super Mario 64 Star Attack wasn't that great of a ROM hack, at least according to most people, but it was a bunch of missed potential, mostly because the development of the original game dragged for like 4 years, I'm not sure. So
I didn't know it was that
I decided it was some crazy amount of time. That's why it has like all sorts of shenanigans.
Oh no, okay.
Anyways, now we are in the Bowser one, and Phantom is fumbling a bit.
I'm very scared of this level.
So this Bowser 1 course has a whopping 11 stars. You might think, how is it possible? So the reason is that this course is divided into 2 sections. There's a night section and a day section. And basically they duplicate the stars. So 1 star in the night section basically going to be somewhere around the day section. But the thing is that the night blocks and day blocks will appear at different times, which will require a different set of platforming now to reach the star. And I guess a common trade-off here will go into day, then go to night, collect the star in night, and go back to the overworld, and rinse and repeat.
Pretty much, and we have an advantage on the night side because we spawn like a little higher on the level, so that allows for better movement to reach the stars on the night side. So the route depends on that actually.
Yeah, the reason why you spawn on the top is because you actually need to press the switch for one of the stars. It's kind of a lazy trick, but it is what it is. If you didn't realize, this game has 170 stars. And that's a lot of content to put in. And I had to do some stuff to just pad the star count from times to times. So there are some weird stuff here and there.
It's fun to see because you can compare the stars, like this bot star for example, the equivalent on the night side is a joke because of that, compared to this which is actually kind of dangerous. It's easy to break the bosses here on your way up. But here you can just like better. And that's just the same star pretty much, right?
I don't quite remember. Maybe. I think you're right. That probably is the
They both use a switch.
other option. Oh yeah, right. Okay, this makes sense. Yeah. I think you only have 1 star here left, right? No,
Yeah.
never mind. You have 5 stars. I'm stupid. I totally can count.
Yeah, but the last one, it's a little of an exception because like I usually go day, night, day, night, day, night, but now we are gonna do 2 day stars in a row because it depends of the highest found. Oof. Okay.
Yeah, there's a huge cloud that's blocking your way down in the day side, but the tower itself is cutting through the cloud. So in order to get to the bottom, you have to start from the inside of the tower. Yeah, we did explain the pipes. I think that's actually the first time you actually use the pipe that's different from the one at the start of the level. Basically, the pipes here switch the day and night. That's about it. So
Yep. I always use the
just
same
move from
pipe.
day to night and win.
But there are other pipes. I mean, we are skipping pretty much everything here. It doesn't look like it, but...
We go fast here.
Speaking of skips, it's a pretty interesting one because I have to set up the camera at the start to have the right angle here, and then we just get over there. That skips like
That's
2 pipes.
That's a pretty big skip, yeah.
You're supposed to like go to the day and then back, something like that. Now everyone's favorite star, the secrets. This is a thing with this star. It's like the backup star if you fall off from the higher spawn on any of the other night stars. So it can come up at any point. But if I'm doing it
probably
last,
should also explain.
if I'm doing it last, it's because it went alright.
Probably should explain what's gonna happen now. Well, I'll let you know. I'll go for key 1. I don't think you do.
Yeah,
I know you do go for key 1.
I'm doing key 1 now.
okay.
So explain.
I was just looking the job strat recently that skips the key 1, so my brain is slightly mushed up because of that. Anyways, the Bowser fight here, it's not actually Bowser. You're not gonna do Bowser throws like in vanilla game. It's actually a custom fight. And it's gonna take the day and night and merge them together into some kind of a dust course. And the blocks are gonna be switching every like 10 seconds or so. The camera is also slightly weird. Hopefully Phantom's not gonna die here. Well, yes.
Well, I'm supposed to skip a series of vlogs with that long jump, so it's a little precise.
Yeah,
There we go.
I probably should, while you're doing this, I should also explain what's gonna happen next. So,
Sure.
as I mentioned, this game is pretty much an open world of kinds. This means that you can enter different courses from this one. And from
Oh, no.
Bowser 1 course, there is
my
a
God.
special pipe. There's a special pipe that will allow you. Oh boy,
Ignore that.
you're just giving me more time to explain the thing. I'm grateful, honestly. So there's a pipe in Bowser 1 that will lead to Bowser 3. But you might be thinking, that seems really weird. How is it gonna work? Bowser 3 requires 2 keys to get. Like, that's not gonna work out very well. You can just skip the whole game if you want to be able to escape from that. And my TV thought about that. And when you're gonna be in Bowser 1, there's gonna be a huge wall that will not let you get outside of B3. Except there is one particular trick you can do. If you are going to somehow manage to get into Bowser 3 course with only 0 HP, you will be able to die in Bowser 3 and trigger the Death Warp. And trigger the Death Warp will put you outside of B3, and that will skip 2 keys. And that, nice. And for that, we're using the fall damage. And this strat is incredibly easy. Like, I'm not sure how I managed to set up the spacing so perfectly well for this.
It's pretty convenient.
It's incredibly convenient. Anyways,
Yeah.
welcome to Course 13. Yeah, we're in the end of the game now. So, the reason for us to be in Course 13 is because of the routing reasons. So, if you play Super Mario 64, you know that there are a couple things that are important for us to obtain all the stars. Other than the keys, of course, as I mentioned, key 1, key 2, there are also 3 cap switches in this game. So there's metal cap, wing cap, and vanish cap. And as usually, if you don't have one of those caps for the star that requires it, it's basically impossible to miss it, or not to skip it. Like for example, if you have a vanish cap, you literally has to use the vanish cap in order to clear it. And conveniently enough, this course has one of those caps. That's why we really want to rush to Course 13 as fast as possible. And I think Course 13 itself doesn't require anything, right? Don't think it is. Either way, we really need vanish cap. It's incredibly useful.
We can skip
Also,
any of the caps in this run, unlike in Vanilla where they don't activate the metal cap. Here we need all 3. That's for sure. Oh no!
we're not gonna get it. Oh, that's unlucky.
Not a big deal. So there is a really cool thing that happens there. But I think I'm gonna wait until I do the net start just playing it because you need to see something first. You need to see the power of those walls.
Yeah, there are special walls.
Which...
And Phantom is gonna be doing some nice movement for it, I hope.
Nice. So these walls like lift you up with a lot of force for some reason, and they do it every frame, so if you get a star, that's gonna interrupt the star dance. That's what I was going for there. But I wasn't close enough for the world, so that's a shame.
Interrupting the star dance is one of the most classic ways to get to a non-stop state and generally to break the game. Thankfully there are only a couple handful of spots where you can do this. Although I guess it will make a run a bit quicker if you were able to do it in more places, huh?
Of course. Not quitting the stage is pretty fast, I would say.
So now you might be interested. Isn't that the basement of the original game? So the thing is that in this game, the basement part of the course of the castle and the top part of the castle are swapped around. This means that the courses that are supposed to be at the top are in the bottom, and vice versa. So the basement is actually the end game in Ztar Attack 1, or Ztar Attack Rebooted, if you will. So if you are a keen viewer, you might realize that we are not gonna be able to grab all the 7 stars here. And you also, again, if you are a very attentive viewer, you will know that not every course has all the stars in it. And Course 13 we are gonna be able to clean up only like 100 stars in, I think? Something insane like that, right? We're not gonna be here, I think it's even more than 100 stars.
This course is split in like 3 sections, so we are done with 1. Now we're gonna leave to get this said punch cap, which is another insane course, so it's pretty nice that we can do all of this early in the run.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone would agree that Vanish Cap is by far the hardest course in the game. So it's very nice to get it out of the way.
Even getting there is hard.
I don't have enough money to get a VTuber model. I'd stop.
Alright, so here's a pretty cool strat, but the only issue is that it depends on the mood of this particular enemy.
Bless RNG.
So he's already in a bad mood because he's gonna take forever to get here. Actually no, he's stuck. Okay, here's another cool star.
Ain't that unfortunate?
Nice fuck up though. I never thought about the issues.
Yeah. I mean, surely he won't be able to throw you in the auto buns and kill you immediately. Surely.
So there is particularly nothing special about this star. Absolutely nothing. Nothing at all, right?
Yeah. We're not gonna mention it. If you want to see this star properly, play the game for yourself. And totally don't get baited by the star.
Oh yeah, there's something special about this star. I have to die in this long jump for this unblock. Oh, I failed.
boy.
Damn. Okay. Isn't strong enough. True.
Right, I also forgot to mention that. So all the courses in this game are of a vanilla size. That was a challenge that I put myself into while making this game. That was one of the objectives of this game, is to practice how to make small courses, and
This gonna
his
work.
check is gonna be...
He's just slow, but he's gonna work.
Wait.
Chuck
coming,
it.
it's coming.
He's in a bad mood today. Oh wow.
Oh wow, that's super unlucky. I haven't seen that before.
So
That must be like incredibly unlucky.
all this blood is actually necessary because, believe it or not, dying here one or twice is still faster than doing the star normally. This clip is very powerful, you see.
Yeah, you
Alright,
skip,
Chucky.
like 90% of the star. by
He
doing this.
tried. So this Chucky can throw you off, but he can also throw you out of existence. Like he just literally chucks you into the dead plane, right? Out of bounds collision. Something that hopefully we are not gonna see. Also, ignore that I died.
It was just an RNG manipulation for the Czechia.
Yeah, this Chucky is not being nice today. What the hell?
He's like not cooperating today right now.
Well, this is another advantage of
He's
having
just-
small courses. We can just like go do another star without much time loss because everything is right here pretty much. Nice check, yeah, but I want to show that. Alright, bunch cup.
I mean, I cannot imagine doing that maze intentionally. It's only such a badly designed maze because the camera doesn't work there at all. I really should have just made it different.
Well, my previous strat involved 2 firsties, so
Also works, I guess.
that's why I'm so hell-bent on getting this Chucky clip, so we don't do save firsties. Even with that, it's pretty slow to just do the maze. And equally dangerous because lol quicksand.
Yeah, as I mentioned, this course is incredibly hard. I'm pretty sure a lot of casuals were suffering here.
Alright. I've been blessed by Chucky not killing me. Nice. So recently I discovered that the reason why Chucky throws you out of bounds is because of his initial angle. So I try to walk in a way that he doesn't take an insane angle. But the problem is that it can backfire by him like having that terrible angle that makes him super slow at coming at you.
Well, if it works, it works, you know.
Yeah, it's better than dying usually.
Yeah, here we gonna do a tiny loop to get the vanish cap and go back to the star that was at the start of this loop.
Yep. Very simple.
And I think that's it for the vanish cap. And you
Nope.
just need to grab one more star here, one more star.
One more star, and it's a very important star for those that actually play the original game.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. So this blackness over here is all quicksand. So you need to be incredibly careful where you put your foot on. Otherwise it's gonna suck you in. And this star is quite a bit nerfed compared to the original game. Honestly, this game is like significantly easier than the original Star Attack 1. Mostly because of the size of the course, but also Gale designed this game to be really hard. It is what it is.
Yeah, like, not Kaizo, but like one step prior, like Kaizo, if anyone is familiar with that term. Alright, this star is very important because we are gonna use this warp to get a star way quicker over here. If I had to do this star normally from like the normal entrance, it's possible. It takes much longer because you have to deactivate boxes, blue boxes, by pressing a red switch. Like you have to activate them and then deactivate them back. It's a little weird. So yeah.
Yeah, don't play this hack as your first hack. I'm just saying.
With that done, since we don't have enough stars to navigate the castle properly, have to enter and quit the stage. And this is course 1. We just started the game.
Just 30 stars in, it's finally time to get our hands on course 1. So, if we were to look on the Star Attack realm, which this game is using as its main overworld, like not the overworld but the map, it's a amazing paint.net map.
Yeah.
Just a paint map. And we are right at the center of the Star Realm. So those paintings, according to the lore of this game, basically lead you to the several parts of the Star Realm, which you can explore several parts of the game. And the paintings itself have some incredible magical powers because all the cores are like in completely different positions from where they were in the Star Attack realm. And this is just basically a dead center of the map. And our objective here is to have as many loops, or not loops, like lines of course as possible. So later on we're gonna be moving from this course 1 to another course. Are you going for hundreds now, by the way? Or are you still going to do the cheats and stuff like that? Yeah, now we're going for hundreds, okay.
Yeah, I don't have like a defined order in this course, so I kinda make stuff up. That happens a lot for me anyways on this run, and there are a lot of courses where there are some starts that have like a defined time to be done, like I don't know, a start with certain star on certain course, but most of the time I'm just like selecting them. Not something that you can do in every hack or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't think there's any like big points where there is some star specific things that are blocking you. So you're basically free to do anything you want to. And I think it's generally a good strat for a ROM hacker not to put too many act specific movements.
Yeah, it's not good to be too restrictive, I guess. This one fine actually. Can't believe it.
But yeah, the reason why we're doing course 1 super late is because there is a vanish cap requirement. I just want to say that if you were to play this game casually, vanish cap again is in course 13. So realistically, after you are done with like most of the content, you still have to do a lot of backtracking, which I guess is kind of a old school thing of this hack. It's a pretty old hack. It's like 4 years old at this point.
Let me.
Not every. Oh boy, this skip is not going to go well. It's not every like the good trope of good ROM hacking of 2013 applies for this game. But 2023, I can talk. Yeah, if it was 2013 hack, oh boy.
This Koopa is pretty random. Like normally the rule is that the faster you finish, the faster he will finish. But this one, I don't know what to say. Like sometimes it does follow that rule, sometimes it doesn't. He gets stuck somewhere, or just like flies past the goal, and you had to go talk to him. Really weird.
I think that's just a general motto for the Koopa.
All right, the pillar part 2. Okay.
This time surely we can do the skip. Look at that. Perfection. No struggle at all.
Alright, so this is pretty important. This connection between course 1 and course 7 is pretty important in a lot of runs, because that means that we are gonna be able to go upstairs in the castle.
I'm pretty much convinced the skip that Phantom is going for with the triple jump or side flip right here is done in literally every single category of this game. It is incredibly strong skip because it allows us to skip key 1, even though we already have key 1.
Yeah, ignore that. It's gonna make sense later, I promise.
Yeah, we will talk about that later when it comes a bit more important.
Just don't think about it. And now we are here. Like a magic trick.
So now we are in the top of the castle and it's course 7 time. So I think this course was made in a strict supervision of the runner of this game, Phantom himself, because he really liked this course in the regional Star Attack 1. So I tried to not mess it up too much, but in the regional game it was incredibly dull, incredibly huge, and also black and white. So I tried to follow the same design principle as it was in the original ZA1, but also make it not as sad to play, if you will.
I just wanted it to be great, dude.
I get it.
Oh my god, I almost don't get that. Something important about this is that we don't have the mana cap, but we need it.
Quote unquote needed.
Yeah. So unlike Vanish Cap, the mana cap usually lends itself to like be ignored. And we are gonna do just that after 100 coins.
Yeah, I
100
probably
coins
should
are
also
really hard.
mention. Yeah, I should also mention that the course in Vanilla Mario it would be a total mountain. So
Yeah.
it is kind of the same vibe with this course. It's still a mountain course, and there are still the mushrooms that they were in the total mountain. So I'm not sure if there were mushrooms in the original Star Attack 1, but I decided that mushrooms would kind of fit this course, and it ended up making its appearance here and giving some stronger bonds towards the original Super Mario 64 and this game. After all, it's supposed to be Super Mario 64 1.5, whatever that could be.
Okay, so there's these funny springs that can be even more funny if you spawn a star on top of them. Oh, look at that. And the star dance is just suddenly gone. Kinda like a magic trick. And now we have to kill the bully.
The springs are made to require a player to move the bully around them. There's not much other reason for them to be here.
You will think you need to kick the bully into the springs, and that will like make the bully go to the lava. But no, in actually, like the springs are bad for you. Oh yeah, that doesn't take that much time. The star dance skip. If you are fast enough, you can like make it work without that. But I wanted to show how the springs
I
work.
think we already have Melcap skip now, right?
Yep.
I assume.
Coming up next. The last
It's
star.
a bit of a tricky skip. It requires to do an enemy bounce on the custom enemy called Blark. And people really hate Blarks because of their tendency to be RNG heavy, but thankfully he's gonna behave.
Yeah, as soon as I start behaving, he will behave. There we go. Oh wow, he was very gentle. He even like ducked for me. Actually,
Yeah,
I've never
he's
seen
like
that.
very nice guy.
So we can only get that star with 2 lava bounces. Like you're supposed to get in there with the meta cap and you know bounce off the lava to your health content, but you can't afford that.
Now we're gonna obtain our next ammo for the completion of this game. It's gonna be a wind cap. And now we're gonna play some needle with these rings over here. We just need to thread ourselves through the rings and obtain 5 secrets. And I think Phantom's doing a great job with it. Oh, that's so clean. Really nice, really nice.
That was pretty good. So this Ztar
Except
is...
for that last ending.
yeah, don't worry about it. The good thing about falling into the water there is that since you're like colliding with the wall, you can just get out of the water immediately, so I'm gonna take that.
Yeah. Much worse if you were to miss the secret, you would have to reclimb. That's not
Yeah, that Ztar is hard because you can miss a secret, or sometimes you can just get trapped in an invisible wall, because those rings happen to have a lot of them.
I tried to fix invisible walls I could find, but you know how it is.
So
Oh yeah, also I should mention that this is a wing cap course, right? And you're supposed to grab all the secrets with a wing cap.
yeah, by flying through the hoops.
Yep.
None of that. I'm gonna
I
let
think we only need
here.
wing cap for really... I think we need wing cap for only 1 star in this course. Even though I'm pretty sure I intended for basically every star except for 1.
Yeah, it turns out that having your giant platform with walls and next to another wall kinda allows for another skip. But that skip is like very hard because the collision is not great. I wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if I was doing that skip in my runs.
Yeah, you were. I know
You were. I were. That's insane.
I know you were because at some point I ledge wrapped there to set up my camera, and I'm pretty sure you told me that.
Yeah, that sounds like something I would do.
Still being used to this day.
Probably should also mention that this game till this point never had any custom SM or like custom coding, because my initial objective was just to make a few courses and just chill out. But then the game decided to not work. And I had to make a few assembly codes in order to stitch this game together. I blame Miyamoto for coding a bad game. How could he?
Anybody remember course 13?
It's actually not for hard, it's only 51. Yeah, the star count in this game flies incredibly quickly. Because of all the courses being somewhat small, your star count will ramp up incredibly quickly. And you only need 97, 95 stars or so to finish this game. No.
96 or 97 if you want to do it faster.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that was close! This is a very hard skip.
Angle.
It requires like a very precise angle and maybe a thirsty if you didn't get a good angle. So I don't know.
The gimmick here is that you can punch those wooden planks down, and unlike a regional game, they actually will go down too. But you only need to slam down one of those planks to win.
Yeah, you're supposed to use 3, but we can make do with 1.
And overall in this course are like 5, I think.
Alright, time to not see this course anymore. Oh, speaking of that, remember course 4? The one that we got that 1 star at the very start of the run? We are finally going to that course.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a cool mountain, but a little bit different of a mountain, if you will. So this is a kind of a situation similar to Dire Docks in terms of a level design. There is an interior part of the course, which is a completely separate area from the mountain that you're going to be seeing outside pretty soon, I think. And overall, this is just a huge mountain. And there are a bunch of pillars put into it, you know, to make it playable. That was the general design for this course.
It's simple, it doesn't need to be more than that.
Yeah.
And
I guess the kind of a motto of this game again is somewhat to make a simple course. And I really was just learning how to model stuff. I think it was my first actual serious ROM hack. Not just some kind of a meme one.
As simple as it may look, this course is very good at destroying runs. But I guess I could say that about almost every course, honestly, at this point.
Yeah, the sheer amount of skips you have to do and the movement you need to take is pretty tight.
Yeah, for that matter, as soon as I'm done with this Ztar, you're gonna start seeing some of them.
I assume you got one for the penguin now, right?
Yep, I'm gonna do penguin, bully, that, you know, glitch that everyone liked.
Yeah.
And then
Okay, so
Malacamp.
if you are a very keen viewer and you can do some math in your head and have a good representative of 3D in your head, you may realize that this penguin area is actually sticking out of the mountain a little bit. The reason was one of the reasons why I had to split those two into different areas, because this layout doesn't work in the real life. Like the mountain itself would just cut the penguin's head, wouldn't be in the single area. But I guess no one really knows it, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, it's fine.
Very express
So-
penguin delivery there. Alright.
For the bully, we're also gonna be doing mostly normal strat, except we are going to try to make him fall down quicker by despawning the platform that bully would try to land on. Let's see if this works.
It did.
Well, no.
Yeah, I just did it
Yeah,
slower.
no, we still saw the epic despawn platform. So the platforms in this game don't always have collision because it's a performance problem on N64. So if Mario is far from the platforms that don't have collision, and enemies cannot interact with things that don't have collision, sometimes it tends to be useful.
So
Now it's time for the medal cap skip. Yeah, we
Yep.
still don't have medal cap.
Nope.
Thankfully, we only need to do 2 lower bounces to win.
And luckily everything went fine. Also very scary Ztar because again some invisible walls in the middle.
Yep, really lucky.
Alright. Now the no block time.
I probably should try to explain what is this. So the no block glitch is one of the biggest sequence breaks and the way to break the game or custom ROM hack. If you press the dive button, the B button, that was close. If you press the dive button on the first frame when you land on the block, you will get an insane amount of height from the no block because of some coding chicanery, and that allows us to get lots of height, and get lots of height means get in lots of places.
Indeed.
It tends to be useful in many rock hacks. It's a very commonly used technique in order to go fast. So now we're entering course 5. There is one specific thing here. Before we are going to be allowed to enter the mansion, you can see here there's a huge key. That's a hint that you actually need to collect some keys to enter the mansion. You only need 6 out of 8 keys. I'm not sure what that is about, but the owner of the house was very nice that that doesn't require us to open all the doors, I guess.
I don't know, the doors that I use only need 1 key. I don't know what this 6 key business is about. But whatever.
Yeah, you can just place 6 locks on the door. Surely that will work.
Yeah, now I really want to get inside that mansion to see what's up there.
Yeah, but we're gonna go for hundreds first. But there are also a bunch of coins inside the mansion itself. That's why we kinda want to have an access to it for hundreds.
Yeah, we only need 55 coins from outside, exactly 55. And luckily we also have something else to collect inside the mansion, some secrets. Oof, okay. So yeah, there's not much to say other than that because the mansion itself is pretty simple. It's just a little slow.
Yeah, the mansion is...
But
Yeah,
yeah.
there is some rooms here. We have a sink room at the start, so you can clean your hands before entering the house. We have a badge over here, the library. This house is full with all sorts of weird stuff. There's always also some weird Majora's Mask over here. I guess we have a Link's house over here after beating Majora's Mask. Ain't that insane? Would you ever expect such a crossover between universes?
The lore depends. Oh, please. Okay. Alright, blue. Oh, wow. Oh, secret room.
Yeah. As we already established in this house belongs to Link, there is also some invisible walls that you can use the lens of truth to see through.
aka a good camera will be the lens
Exactly.
of truth.
So you're kind of supposed to use the map that is at the first floor of the mansion to see the secret place. But, yep. Phantom already knows where to go for it. Now it's just a couple more faster stars here. A tiny skip over here, just a triple jump to get to the that platform and get the star. Pretty simple. I think there is like one more star in the pipe, right? That's
Yep.
the one that we're
That's-
missing.
Yep. I was going for that one, but when I saw the movement was better for the triple jump, I just went for that.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's literally in the same spot.
And conveniently for us, the next cap switch is going to be in this course. We are going to be traveling to the metal cap. And for that we're going to be doing all our favorite trick, the null block glitch. Because the metal cap is on the very top of the mansion. You're supposed to do some traverse inside the mansion in order to find out where it is. But we don't need all that.
Oh, that's boring and
Just the
slow.
one frame perfect trick. Yeah.
Speaking of tricks,
Perfect.
I'm not sure how this works, but if you press it twice, you can just like get the star from that for free. Isn't that amazing?
I have absolutely no clue how it works, but I just don't really know. I even couldn't replicate this trick. I don't understand how exactly it works. The timing for it is a bit weak, a bit finicky. I think you need to do a pretty good rollout for that star.
Yeah, it has to be a dustless rollout, underwater. And then you have to like pull back a little bit to a certain spot on the switch, and that will touch the star on the second press. The good thing is that failing that doesn't really matter, because you can just jump out and continue with another star. You can try that on every attempt, like on any star.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of a similar vibe again with other cap courses. You are supposed to use metal cap for the switch, but really we don't need to use metal cap for most of the stars here.
Right. So I should be lava bouncing to go up this slide, but like, why bother? Oh no. Okay, never mind. One is always good to do. It's very slippery, but there are some triangles in which you can actually long jump. So yeah.
I should have made the whole thing lava, just to spy the speedrunners. They put those quite up there
I'm surprised
after
that's
3 years
not
of doing nothing.
the case. Like normally on that kind of a star, it will be all lava. So yeah, thank you for that.
To be fair, I tried to make this a bit more interesting than just the lava brick, because it makes the lava bounce harder as you have less surface to work with.
First try, that's nice. You're supposed to like first you switch underwater with the metal cap for that. But if you let's have like a very precise spot there, you can just like bypass that requirement. But it's really precise, like you could spend 1 minute there trying to get
I'm
it.
pretty sure speedrunners at my time weren't even doing this skip, because I don't think it was like super well known at the time.
Alright. I could skip this this metal cap as well, but it requires a first C out of a triple jump, but that's a little weird, so just use the metal cap. It's not even that much faster.
Well, we have to use Melcap here to kill the Big Boo. It's a pretty unique fight of a kind, because you can't really ground pound, or I guess you could ground pound, but why would you do it if you have a Melcap, which allows you to use it to kill the booty. Now we're gonna go back to the metal cap because metal cap itself leads to a different course.
Yeah, and that means
Well,
another
I
no
think
glitch.
Yeah, I think you already figured out the thing with this game, with the warps. In the end, you have to do lots of backtracking for all these hidden stars. But for us speedrunners, it's just straight up convenience because we don't have to do as much over movement.
Right, like this, the entire routing of this speedrun is dictated by these warps actually.
And thankfully, we really have all the caps now, so the world is our oyster now. We can do whatever we want to. As far as this is gonna be good for the speedrun purposes. I thought you were gonna die here. That was so. Oh my god.
Okay, I learned something new. You don't die for missing the star. I didn't know that was so shallow. Okay, that's good.
I would never do it. I don't like the bottomless pits of lava. That's like the most infuriating thing you can put on a wrong hack.
Yeah. So this course is, well, there are a lot of things going on here actually. We are going for a little skip.
Yeah, this is course number 11. It's an overall 3 course, so again, the game difficulty is gonna try to ramp up here a bit. So overall, I would say this course is quite a bit harder than like previous 3 courses or so. And overall, we are gonna try to clean up overall 3 now.
Yeah, which means
So
that
this.
we are in basement.
Go ahead.
Suddenly we are in basement. That's so fun about this run, like suddenly you are on upstairs and no, now you're on basement. And so on. So yeah, coins.
So, Phantom, you are the prominent Toho player and enjoyer, as a you enjoyer. Can you tell us more about what this song is? I'm certain it's one of those Toho tracks.
Okay, so for some reason these loot coins are really hard, even with the speedrunner powers. But we got them. This
You're
is
insane.
This is from the best Toho game, PCB. That would be Toho 7, Perfect Cherry Blossom, aka. That's where Juju comes from.
Oh!
And
Ain't that surprising?
and yeah, and this is, I think this was stage 3 on PCB. Very nice music, honestly. You can't go wrong with Toho music in Mario Hacks.
Yeah, regarding the music, all the tracks except for I think like 1 or 2 were used directly in the original Star Attack 1 that this game reboots. So I didn't really have to worry about music because Gale, the original creator, is really good at making those parts. So we can enjoy the epic vibey music from them.
Yeah, and the music selection in this hack is awesome. You have Toho, you have like there's a lot of Donkey Kong country too.
Yeah. There's also a couple remixes of the same song. For example, if you noticed it when you were in the house, music playing was used different instruments.
Whoosh.
Kind of a more vibey version of the game. Also, ooh.
Okay, these no-block glitches are on point today. We are like 4 out of 4 so far.
Yeah, I just want to remind you that the noble glitch is a frame perfect trick. Even though it's a 30 FPS game, it's still not that easy. Like you need to estimate your distance from the no block in a 3D space. It's significantly harder than it sounds.
Yeah, a pseudo frame perfect trick.
Yeah, even the like prominent speedrunners miss that trick sometimes. But Phantom is just this cracked at this video game.
This one fight is so funny. Tell them why it's so funny. That's so funny. I'm dying of laughter right now.
Yeah, Phantom just showed out the main problem, quote unquote, with this fight. There is the quicksand. And you can stand on the quicksand if you want to kill Womp. So in order to get the hit on the Womp Kimp, you need to use the wall kicks on the platform. I intended to be wall kicks from the Womp himself, but I guess the lower platform is a bit more consistent and also a bit more faster.
Yep. faster.
There's also a sign that tells you that's quicksand, so you can't get trolled, right? Except I'm pretty sure that sign itself doesn't have any collision. So a couple players get trolled by the sign itself.
Yeah, I have been playing trying to like get on top of the sign and maybe fight from there somehow. I don't know how would that work in the first place, but then they realize. Alright, so I like to refer to these levels as the Deadly 3. I just made that up, but I do complain about how hard these 3 are when I'm speedrunning this game.
Yeah, it's a normal 3, you know. The difficulty is ramping up. We are getting some pretty tough tricks. So, and start off with going with the skip using the lava bounces. Very, very nice. This skip killed a lot of runs in 97 star.
yeah. In fact, the 97 star world record died there once.
Oh, that's unlucky.
That's one of the 2 deaths, and the other death is the start that I'm about to do actually. Where I need to like well, I mean, I don't need to, but I want to because, you know, I want to go fast. Can do like a lava arch here. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the spacing for this needs to be pretty good. So you need to also gain enough height, but also not gain so much height that they bonk on the ceiling.
Yeah, it's rather precise, and since you're lava bouncing, the movement's a little janky. Alright. Oh, no.
So now, probably should also mention that the entrance for the Ztar 2 onwards is different. It's just the middle of the course. Now we're just exploring different parts of the course. So this area is a bit weird. It is supposed to be a time challenge similar to like a Metroid escape sequence. So there is a remnant part of that idea. The fog is getting thicker and thicker over time.
Oh, really?
And, it was supposed to be, yes. It was supposed to be a time challenge, but the Ztar itself was already pretty hard for casuals. So I decided to just leave the fog that's getting stronger to make it harder to see. That's really the only thing that was left from this.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, it was never even in the beta. The time challenge idea was scrapped immediately after I realized how hard I made this.
Makes sense. It's not the only hard thing in this course.
Yeah, these stars are a bit of a troll thing. You can't land them for too long because they start to spin really quickly and they blow up after they spin for too much. So really you need to plan out how to go to the yellow stars that have these secrets on them.
They're pretty hard to land on, though it's the shape, so...
I guess now it's time for hundreds.
Yep.
So, I want to tell something about the inhabitants of this epic area. So first things first, I don't think there are any blarks here, but coming up we have one of the most important prominent actors in the Super Mario 64 universe. Surprisingly enough, it appears in the lava course instead of its natural inhabitant. But thankfully the people who live in this Daredevil height are really good at the, oh boy, at the crafting, and they managed to make a insane armor for the Dory here. And for the Dory we can always say Dory heart. We love Dory here, and hopefully Dory will behave.
Yeah, so the Dories are really fast in this hack, so you have to treat them very carefully. Or else they are just gonna go without asking you, and you may miss some coins. That's why I always leave one extra coin, just in case. Then the funny.
And we have a fight with Nibel here that's gonna be incredibly cheesed. Unlucky. People really find this fight tricky. But yeah, lava bounces can just skip all of that. You're supposed to use the Dory to spin around the eyeball, but people had lots of troubles controlling Dory. Yeah, the lava bounce is faster and easier.
It's easier and faster. It's so crazy. It looks way harder, you know. I guarantee it's just easier than trying to maneuver the Donny. It's a little cute skip that I found myself. I'm so proud of it. Just 2 wall kicks and you just skip having to activate some switches to create platforms and whatnot.
Yeah, this course is has 2 main areas. The hub area of kinds that has 3 different branching paths. So there are 2 paths to 2 stars and 1 to the main hub. We are gonna start with cleaning up the hub itself, so again with the 2 stars first. And now we're gonna go to the perennial plants. So the game here is that you cannot stand here, you can only use the wing cap. And everything here is quicksand. So you need to hit the perennial plants while you're flying. By the way, if you were to try to do this yourself at your home with the just vanilla Super Mario 64, it's not gonna work. I had to patch the perennials to spawn much quicker, otherwise they're just not popping up quick enough. Also, Phantom.
The hardest part is getting in the right position. Like Ailab said, you can't land here, everything's quicksand, so if you get past where the star is gonna spawn, then tough luck.
Yeah, Phantom is just incredibly good. He's just that crazy. He knew exactly where the star is gonna spawn. And pixel perfect position. Absolutely crazy skill.
Yeah, it's almost like the game did it for me.
Yeah, I actually put the star where Mario was, otherwise it would be incredibly painful to fly to where the star would be. Like you're so close to the ground that you have basically no speed with the wing cap anymore. Yeah.
Alright.
Now we finally get the gaze of the main area. So this main area is supposed to be a reminiscent of a prominent, very ancient ROM hack called Super Mario 74. Those are supposed to be a reference to Course 11, the Swamp Spring. Swamp Spring on itself is much easier than this course though, mostly because there is a lot more things that you can die to, like the enemies, and the bottom here is again quicksand.
Very quicksand.
Very quicksand. Yeah, so you need to be careful where you put your foot on, otherwise you're gonna be bumped into quicksand with 98 coins, and trust me, you don't want that.
Okay. This piranha plant is super convenient to do that little shortcut.
Yeah, probably should also mention that in the original Star Attack one, as I keep saying, the design of this course was a tiny bit different. Like there was one pool area at the beginning for the first star, but the main area doesn't have any water. And it was completely different. The whole thing was flooded with water. So would you take a wrong step and fall down, you won't be able to die immediately. You will be put in the water and have to swim for like 5 minutes in order to retry the section you fell down to. So I decided that the quicksand here would be a little bit less sinister way of punishing player for failing.
Yeah, just kill him.
Yeah, just kill them. Just don't make them suffer for their mistake. So there's a huge tree over here. We want to enter it, and for that we're gonna take the roundabout path through the walls and do a couple walkings to win.
We can... Okay, that wasn't nice, but it worked.
Yeah, there's a tiny gimmick here. You cannot see where to land, but the coins show you where exactly the safe place is.
Alright, everyone's favorite star with everyone's favorite skip that I found very recently. The power towers, which I still don't know what a power tower is supposed to be.
It's a reference to Super Mario 74, as I said.
The
Swampy Spring has those... Oh boy, wow, that's a cool skip. I haven't seen that one before. Yeah, that's a definitely recent discovery. Yeah, I'm not even sure why they're called power towers since original Mario 74, but I don't think we're gonna figure that one out unless we were to add Lagmelor. And I'm not even sure Lagmelor would be able to tell us why exactly he created those power towers. And it's just gonna be a German meme on his side.
So yeah, that was course 10. Course 10 is actually one of the hardest courses, so everything went fine, I would say. But we're still
Yeah, it was
here.
pretty clean.
I wonder why.
Yep, it's time for course 9. But course 9 is on a different floor. And we don't want to go to a different floor right now on. We want to use some quick warps over here. And very conveniently, we have a warp to course 9. So you're supposed to just talk to the bone here and jump down. But I think conveniently enough, we're also gonna go for hundreds at this point, right?
Yeah, hundreds are done from that warp, mostly because like it's faster to start there because you have like the coin row and you know everything. Also, this coin star is gonna end on the other side of the level, so it's pretty convenient that we have that warp there.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, staying other side of the level is like very exaggerating. After all, it's just a vanilla-sized courses. They're pretty tiny. Like you were to swim through this tunnel over here, and that's already another side of the level.
Yep.
It's not like
Yeah, I'd say the other side of the level, like it was far, but like it matters. I promise.
Yeah, now we have to flood the ship for the star, and conveniently now we are gonna grab. There's lots of riches in this pirate ship. Although game refers to the ship as a holiday sub of Bowser.
Yeah, nice stop. The reason why I did that movement there is because, well, first off, by falling on the water with the star grab, we kinda skip falling for longer, I guess. But the most important part is how the camera is gonna be set up for when I start swimming, because turning around when you're swimming is very slow and frankly annoying. So I use that so Mario's already facing on the right direction to just do the whole thing.
So I guess we're going for the clip now? Or next time?
I forgot, so I didn't sub. So the
Okay.
new sub we were talking about, it has a star.
Yeah, this is course 9, and it's supposed to be reminiscent of the Dire Docks. So similarly to Dire Docks, there are two areas, like the starting hub and the other tiny hub, and the sub is in a second. The sub in a different area, and you can just swim using the tunnel. And now Phantom is gonna do the clip, I assume.
Yep.
Don't blink too much. You should. It's very instant. Those walls are paper thin, so were you to just punch to one of the walls, you will be downward directly to the bottom, to the star of the onion rings, if we like to call them.
Yeah, these onion rings, you have to swim for very long if you want to do them normally, so very good that we can do that. An advantage of your levels being so small is that there isn't really that much swimming involved, even on the actual swimming levels.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should make a valley of too much water one day. That course was crazy.
Oh, what? Man, these questions are so hard. I keep forgetting the answers.
Yeah, insane quiz over here. Yeah, we just have to know the answers to this. It's very easy. There are only like 4 questions in this quiz. But this quiz is also a maze of kinds. But yeah, if you only know where to go, it's really not a problem at all.
Alright, this art is boring. I'm sorry, I cannot present it in a better way than that. Oh god.
I mean, as I mentioned at the very start of the run, sometimes you just have to pad your star count, and those climbs are great at that. I think you can also do them without ever going back to the surface, but I think now you kind of have to go to the surface if you don't want to die.
No, on my end, you say that just as I was just going up. Well, normally I do, but if you get hit once, then you kind of get on this position where you can get hit again and instantly die. So for some reason these clams have like very big hitboxes too when they open.
Yeah, you're getting clammed left and right here.
Pretty much. Getting hit once can happen, getting hit twice, it's very uncommon though.
And I think there's one more star here, or you're going for the skip already? Oh wait, no, you're not going for skip. Skip is later. I'm stupid.
Well, I'm going to do a skip.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're gonna do the 8 skip, right. So, you're supposed to use the cannon here, but who needs the cannons when you can just do a good movement instead? Am I right?
Yep,
Just on wall can you win? Or maybe 2.
just 2 well timed walkies. Luckily, the walls just happen to work for that. To send us on the right angle to land on top.
Sometimes you just happen to be like that.
So yeah, we're not gonna see that level ever again, right?
But at least we're not gonna see it for another like 10-20 stars, I think. Because we need to clear the top of the map first. So we're gonna go to course 6 now. I skip right off the bat. So get into this road over here. You're not supposed to be able to do that, but just a long jump and get into the star. Use a triple jump instead of doing whatever I was intended. Is significantly quicker. Like you skip like a good 90% of the star. You're doing that movement. And if you also were watching the single star tournament, that's what was speedrunners were doing for the starter and boasting of their skills of moving the man fast. Like it was Spaceman and TB doing the star, the finals. And one more skip, the triple jump on this rock in order to avoid the cannon opening. And getting the cannon this course is incredibly annoying, so thankfully we don't have to do that.
Indeed. It's pretty funny how we were talking about level connections, and what I skipped on the previous star is exactly that, coming from another level.
Well, it was a bit longer than that. I think it was course 4 that you skipped. Well, it's a really long line you have to do it, so thankfully we don't have to. And now we're finally showing up the gimmick of this course. It's a drowned village, so you can drown the course. And you kind of have to do it for the start because there's a huge block that doesn't let you go. And now it's a water race. The water is supposed to go down, but because Phantom is just this good at speedrunning, he was able to enter the place before the water was able to go down. But thankfully, it's really not a problem even if you had to press the switch.
What happens there is that the water is still going up when you enter the area, so it cannot start going down very much. So like I was fast enough to get that going. Obviously beating the water when it's going down is a non-issue, but it's even sweeter if you can let it, like if you manage to make it not start going down in the first place.
I probably should also mention that it's a drowned village, right? And that in the original Star Attack 1, the courses were incredibly huge. So this course, for example, in the original game, for a speedrunner, mind you, would take to finish 16 whole minutes. That's insanely long. And I'm pretty sure this split in a run is like what, 2 minutes, 3 minutes? It's like the amount of like nothing content that was cut from the reboot version of this game is insane. Especially in the water courses.
Yep, swimming is really slow in a platformer game. It just happens.
It's a rarity that any platformer really gets the swimming right. People don't like to swim. People like to move the man, if you know what I mean.
That's a little bit of a new route. I used to like lower the water for that, but it's faster to just swim a little more if you change the order of the coins that you grab. So,
but yeah,
nice.
we still have to do some water shenanigans to actually make the water go down for this star in particular, because the secrets are hidden in the boxes, and it's impossible to break the box. Or well, you don't have to break that one, I guess, but it's possible to break the box underwater. So you need to save the villagers of this tiny village. Although the game lore tells us that they can swim underwater, or not swim, they can breathe underwater. Although Actually, I guess they could talk underwater even, though, because they definitely have some nice gills. The bottom gills, if you will.
Oh yeah, maybe it may be a little late to say this, but there was another Toho song. Kind of forgot.
Oh yeah, right.
A very
I always
loud
forget
one.
it's a Toho song. I always forget it's a Toho song because it doesn't sound like a Toho song to be.
Right, like it's just slow to chill.
I think
Alright.
it's a desired dive drive, but it also slowed down a bit to be more chill.
What is that fish doing? Oh my god.
Just
Okay.
vibing. Oh boy.
Vibing really fast? That's a fast
It
vibe.
usually doesn't behave like that.
This guy was racing.
Yeah, normally when the fish is on the ground, it can't do much. It's just gonna try to search for the water and swim directly down. But that fish was really going for Mario there.
Yeah. So this course is really nice. In theory, for the speedrun, this can be pretty hard. Actually, I find it to be one of the hardest courses. But I love the theme here.
Yeah, this is a course similar to Tiny Huge Island in terms of design. So in the original Super Mario 64, Tiny Huge Island consists of two separate levels. It's a tiny island and a huge island. In this game instead, there are two versions of this level: the icy level where lava is frozen, and the lava part where the lava is, well, not frozen and it deals with damage. So, but also some parts of the courses in the icy part of the course are blocked off. Similarly, in our part, for example, you can see there's gates placed in split places. But also the lake, for example, in lava course is now unfrozen, so you can get stickers there and some coins here and there. What else can I tell about this course? It's a little bit of a puzzly course, but really I don't think there's even too much of a connection between two areas overall. It's most just you explore two courses that look very similar to each other. For this star, in the end, it's gonna be, we're gonna pair it not with the red coins, but we are going to pair it with the secrets. And the secrets in the icy side tend to be particularly complicated. So we have to pray for Phantom to not skill issue and be able to actually get the 100s before, hopefully not dying.
The reason why they are so hard is because I just don't want to refresh this wing cap, so we kinda need to move.
Yeah, lots of people will think that you really don't need to use the wing cap for the star, but that's actually the intention, to use the wing cap for the secrets instead of the any other options like the Cooper shell or the metal cap. Here, just a wing cap. This thing on the top is actually lava, so you can't really allow yourself to take too many burns.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, very clean execution of these hundreds. Must be one of the harder coin stars in the game, I think, right?
Yes, because they take 2 minutes and you die at the end, the run is over. And like Aylan said, dying at the end, it's like very... It's a thing that can happen. You don't sleep on that star. Alright, fight. Ah! Nice.
So there are two entrances to this course, the icy entrance and the lava entrance, just like in THI. But really we are only ever going to be using the icy entrance because it's just straight up faster. Going to the huge painting takes time.
Okay.
Going to the small painting is much quicker.
Yeah,
Now
pretty
it's
much like
just a
in Vanilla. They never use a big entrance.
Oh, I didn't even think about it, but yeah, it makes sense. Oh, getting slapped by the Irok over here. Although this Irok has a bit of a tricks, lots of fire spears and flamethrowers, stuff like that. Kuramamas, right? Attacking Mario.
It's just one fire spear, but like it feels like they are like 100.
Well, to be fair, there are also the flamethrowers inside the eyes themselves, so you can just attack straight on.
Yeah, that's true. The timing for the fire is so perfect for the hands opening.
Yeah, for speedrunners, it's really not an issue if you just go fast. And even for casuals, if you know how to beat Iroh, this somewhat. They're really more of a, like, not a threat, but more of a fear-inducing. Now Phantom's gonna go for the secrets here. It's just a little bit of a sim in those cages. I guess it's kind of inspired, quote-unquote, by Night of Doom, Blue Tower.
Right, the original surely was.
I would be surprised if Gale was inspired by Night of Doom, though. So
it's surprisingly similar, I guess, but I guess it's not that. Like just secrets in a cage underwater, anyone can think of that, I guess.
True. We can't know for sure.
Bombing time.
Yeah, so for the bomb star, you have to use the bomb in order to blow up the box that's hidden behind the flames. You cannot use any other movement like just kicks the box because the flames are gonna cancel any movement you try to do. Oh boy, that's scary. Oh wow. What? Oh boy. Ooh! The post-buff master here. Oh my word.
Normally, if you get stuck down there, you're done for. I don't know where I got that.
A lot of people did get stuck down there.
Yeah, I don't know how I got that extra HP point, but nice.
And just one more star here. Instead of using the wing cap as we were doing it in the ice section, here it's gonna be a twister instead. Gotta get ourselves a lot of momentum, and if you hold the A button while twisting, you can twist for longer. You really don't need this set though. I don't think you can just do some lava bosses in the worst case scenario. Oh yeah, that's a star.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad.
And we are done with this course. Yep. Now we're gonna do the overworld, and unlike in vanilla, there are gonna be red coins in the castle. Surprisingly enough, you can put red coins in the castle, and it just works perfectly fine.
Just happens to work.
We're gonna visit lots of areas here. He's gonna casually grab some red coins. I think they are like basically everywhere, even near the Bowser 3 entrance at the top. But we only need 6 out of 8 red coins, so we're gonna be only visiting Tippy and the first floor of the top. Conveniently enough, the star is also spawned right at the top, and that's where our next objectives are. There are 3 courses here. And we're gonna start with the Bowser 2, I think, right?
Yep.
That's crystal thingy.
And what courses? These courses have a lot of shit. Starting right away with below no-block glitch.
This no-block glitch actually saved that much time, but it's definitely nicer than trying to do the star intended. The star gave a lot of troubles to casuals because not everyone is used to the motion of using the chains, which are poles, and generally poles movement in Mario 64 is weird. Very nice skip using the wall kicks to get to the top of the tower.
Yeah, fun fact, there are like 10 different ways to get to the top of the tower. Alright, red coins? No, actually no. I don't know why there's a star behind us, but that's how it is.
I mean, it's very obvious. You must be forgetting that the game has 170 stars. Something's had to be repaired. And I mean, it's a kind of an interesting challenge. Like, you see the star, it's right there, and you need to think about what can I do to reach it. The intended way to actually use a vanish cap, that's in the bottom of the course. But there are so many other ways to do that. I don't believe even casuals would use the vanish cap for it. And I kind of like those challenges of kinds, like you are given an option to choose what you want to do, and depending on your skill level or what you can see first, for example, you can pick what you want to do, and if it works, it's cool. Anything plays, anything works here.
I didn't know there was a vanish cap here.
Yeah, it's a pretty hidden one, and it's painful to get to. Gonna do more skips.
Nice.
Very, very nice. Yeah, you are supposed to take the lava spiral near that lava mushroom. Who needs that if you can just do one lava bounce on the wall and win?
Yep. And that last lava bounce is very tricky because you can like bounce on the ground wall, and while it doesn't affect you in getting the star, it's much slower. You do a lot of extra lava bounces to actually get to the star.
Yeah, probably should also mention this is actually a Bowser course, and normally in a vanilla game, Bowser courses are pretty much linear, but this Bowser course has a whole whopping 7 stars in it. That's why its structure is a bit different, although that last section was pretty much the only reminiscent part of the linearity in Bowser courses. And we have just one more star to go for. I think now... Oh wait, no, okay. Well, I would say it anyways now. So, this is Bowser 2, but we're not gonna do the Bowser 2 fight. Well, you might think, okay, yeah, of course we're not gonna do Bowser 2 fight. Who needs that? We already was in Overworld 3, we basically cleaned out the Overworld 3. Who needs that key 2? But I thought about it, I knew that you would be able to skip a lot of things, so I tried my best to ensure that people would have to do key 1 and key 2 fights. But Phantom is incredibly good at this video game, and he will try to do something insane in about 2 courses from now, so stay tuned for one of the most insane tricks in this run.
Very well put. The reason why we got the Bowser 1 keys because while you can skip the requirement, so you need the key 1 not just for the door but for another star. And while you can skip that requirement, at that point it's just slower than just getting the key. But that's not the case for Bowser 2 because that's over 2 minutes. I don't know how long it was. It was the longest fight in this game.
Yes, it's not the hardest fight because Bowser 3 is harder, but it's definitely up there regarding the time requirements. And it's also not very easy. Although the skip that Phantom is going to be doing, that I'm trying to hype up, is significantly harder.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the marathon viewers will appreciate the insane level of gameplay we are showing off on this marathon. Anyways, this is a slide course. But it doesn't really seem like one because only now we really need to slide now for the bottom part to grab some red coins. It was reduced quite a bit. It is reminiscent of the SMB1, so textures were basically taken from SMB1, and it has the castle area, the outside world, and the underground world. And I think they're gonna try to do skip for underground world, right? The epic ledge grab.
You have, yeah. But we are here now. Okay. This is the easiest star in the level.
Yeah. You can do it in like 2 lava bounces or even 1 lava bounce. But just adding a couple more doesn't hurt. The card is spinning so quickly that you don't take damage from lava.
Right, so we are here.
So now, don't blink! Don't blink!
We are here. I love it.
Yeah, this is one of the coolest tricks in the game. It just so happened to be that the mesh in this course, the collision, just so happened to be lined up so perfectly that where you hit the ledge grab there, you would just downwarp directly to the bottom part of the course. That's how you are supposed to get here normally, by the way.
Yeah, but it's actually a little slow because you kind of bonk everywhere. Alright. Alright, so this is such a level that I have no word for it, other than I already failed something. Okay.
Yeah, in original, this must have been one of the harder courses in the game, but I wouldn't say the rebooted version is very much different from in terms of difficulty. It's still one of the hardest courses in the game, after all. It's a fireball fight. It is filled with lava, so the threat level is pretty high. You need to be careful with your HP management. You need to do some lava bounces. but not too much lava monster would die. But that's a nice skip in the end. I didn't know you can do it.
Yeah, like, I had to be very careful with that ghost when I do the side flip for the triple jump, and it's a rather precise triple jump, but it's so sweet. Alright, and now we're here, and this level is... well, this level is pretty hard actually.
It's really hard, especially for the overworld too. That must have been pretty much casually the hardest course in the overworld too. I don't think there's anything else that comes in close. So, standard for the bet, the lava bound skip to get to the star. This makes the star significantly harder because you need some HP for the extra lava bounds that actually then for the star. So you want to grab some coins, and yeah. This course itself also has a few more areas, but for now we're just gonna explore the main portion of the course. And a really nice walking to get to the star.
That skip is really finicky. Because the slope is so steep that it can just spit you out instead of letting you like slide.
It's not only the slope itself, but also the wall physics. Like the walls really don't want you to be able to clip through them, kind of. Oh, that's unlucky.
I'm gonna try again.
Probably, I'll go try again. I'll probably go for the blue coin switch at this point.
You have a good point. But I'm gonna try again anyways. This is because I need full HP for that. Alright, it worked. It just worked. What makes that walking hard is that you need to get your angle from a slide, and also like I can partially see what's going on for like a split second there, and it happens to be like an important second. So yeah, blue coins.
Yeah, you're not supposed to actually grab all the blue coins here. They're here just to give you some extra HP in order to cover the distance using lava bounces. Okay, it's a secret course. There are no hundreds here. The normal stars are just enough to make a player try to fight for their life.
Alright.
And as usual, some of the areas in this course are blocked up by Vanish Cap. So this is mostly just a walking area. You're supposed to do a couple of wall kicks here and there in order to reach the metal cap, which will allow you to be able to go to the different path. Ooh, that's unlucky. Thankfully, Phantom is gonna show us all that there are actually checkpoints when you enter specific areas of this game, which happens to be very convenient for him, so he doesn't have to retry, or like, not retry, but to trace his steps back to enter this place. There are a lot of checkpoints like this in this game, which is very convenient for casuals.
Yeah, and the game doesn't really tell you that you set as checkpoint, but it's nice when you find out for sure.
Yeah, it's much worse even when, for example, there is a line that you need to do. For example, as we remember in course 13, you had to like enter a specific path during different courses, and there's always a checkpoint at the end of it, so you don't have to retrace the steps. Here it's obviously less important. But still nice. So you can just go straight into it and grind your way out. So this area is hell. There are quite a bit of invisible walls here, so you need to be careful as where you go.
Yeah, and the movement isn't really easy to put for like going from there, like not only the invisible walls, but the movement is not free. You have to be careful with your HP.
Yeah, definitely not the greatest combo here.
Oh god, okay, here we go. And then,
Platform bounce.
okay, this is very strange. It only happens on this panel, and I need to showcase it because it can be confusing. Because if you ledge trap from the other side, like I was doing my best to ledge trap from the side instead of at the front. Oh god. I have no words for that. I have no words.
Oh, that's incredibly unlucky.
Yeah, that's what the level does to you. Like, you think you have it, but reality comes from behind. Creeping from behind in this case.
Well, now at least we are sure to get the star first try, no problem. Yeah, those are actually not the custom enemies, those are just very recolored, I guess, remodeled the boos. They basically behave the same way as a boo, so they will try to haunt the player when the player doesn't look at them.
Right.
And it happens to be that's very often the case.
I don't know, do they have like a bigger hitbox?
No, they just have a regular boo hitbox.
Oh, I see. It's time for that. Because doing like some of the hardest courses in the game back to back, it's not enough for these games. You also have to do one of the hardest skips.
Yeah, it's gonna be a key to skip. So there's an air barrier that tries to block you from entry. Cost 13, I think it is. No,
12,
cost 12, or cost 12, yeah. And in order to do it, you need to manipulate the bomb right here that fell down. Usually it falls down here and does nothing important, but it is going up from the top part of the course where the barrier is. And you really want to do a bomb clip to that place. So for that you grab the bomb and you do a very precise set of inputs. Okay, is it gonna work?
Nice. We are in.
Oh,
Yeah, I was a
that's
little
not how it
scared.
usually looks like.
No. But it works.
It works.
So what's finicky about that skip is that the way you have to do it will change depending on what size the bomb is, which depends on in which frame you get it. I got it first frame, so I got the big bomb, and for that I need to go on top of the mountain thing.
I see.
If I get a medium size, then I do like a triple jump that looks way better than that, but yeah, what do you do?
No, I think it looks pretty epic, not gonna lie. And just one more overworld star, it's gonna be a big boo.
Overworld Star?
Of course.
Are you sure it's not in a course?
We don't talk about that, it's just the game being weird. Spooky maintenance stars. And game tracks overworld as a course 0 internally. It is what it is. Now we're gonna go to the basically last full-sized main course in the game. It's course 14. There's technically also course 15, but I wouldn't call it like a proper main course. But we're gonna talk about that a bit later. We also need to grab the MIPS that we left down drowning. Poor lad.
Just some insane long capacity has been waiting from the start of the run.
Yeah, absolutely insane. So, just like Course 13, it's another factory course, but after all, the courses are pretty close to each other, Course 13, Course 14. That's why instead of setting up similarly to Course 13, where there's like an outside area and the inside area, we are just exploring the inside of the exotic industries over here.
What a nice way to start. I didn't fail a single no blockage. That was the last one.
Yeah, absolutely mad lad here.
Question.
Going fast.
Very important question. How are made balls?
How are my balls? It's a question that we were trying to find the answer for at least 5 years at this point, and we're still trying to question it.
Yeah.
We still don't know the answer.
There you go.
Okay, this hint was so legendary. Then I had to keep it in standard reboot and not fix it. Yeah, by the way, Gale is French and my native language is not English. So
Yeah, so he can make fun of it.
we can make fun of him.
Yeah, me too, for that matter.
Yeah, Phantom is also not a native speaker.
It's a really fun course, but it's also really hard. And I think I say that about all the courses that I like.
To be fair, this is a course 14, it's supposed to be not easy. And
Right.
casuals definitely will have some troubles, especially with one of the stars that we are gonna show off, and I'm pretty sure you all will appreciate, even from a speedrunner standpoint, how that star works. But we are nearly done with the hundreds here.
Almost. Uh-oh. Oh, wow, okay. That was really smooth. What? This course is really hard. Did I say that before? I'm surprised. Alright, so this Ztar is really tricky, but for like the reasons you wouldn't expect. It's mostly just the movement, and everything is so cramped together. Oh god. I just couldn't come up with actual better movement than taking a lava hit here. And believe me, this is the fastest way. We're now resorting to like single star tier movement.
Yeah. Once you have to like gain some height anyway, so lava ones work pretty well here, and you can just go around the corner pretty conveniently. I think it makes a lot of sense. So I think you are entering the rave zone.
Indeed.
So what is the song again?
I actually don't know. I never looked it up. Ooh, oh.
Yeah, actually I also don't know. I hope chat will help us with distinguishing we need to know. Gal just picked some random song here. So the game here are those heave holes. They don't move. They are just static. And some of them will try to block your path by falling down from the top. And when you turn the camera, the whole course colors change. It's supposed to be a rave kind of deal.
Pretty trippy.
Incredibly trippy.
Alright, a fan favorite now.
Oh, it's a hyper split fly time.
With everything before that slow, but it works. We have so much speed that if I got the star straight away, I will like fly off on the star animation, so it's faster to just hit the slope.
There's also a secret one up even higher up, but that one is like significantly harder to get than the star itself. And initially the star was actually where the one up was. I could not get it for the life of me, so I had to nerf it.
Must be hard because I don't think I knew about the existence of that.
Some of the one-ups, as you can see here, there are no one-ups like in this game. There's no lives of Mario. So one-ups in this game perform as some sort of Easter eggs. And they will show you some goofy text here and there. Some of them are pretty easy, but some of them are to assist speedrun tier. So I tell you what, I didn't test all of the one-ups when I released this game. Some of them I just left for the players to figure out if they were even possible in the first place. I didn't care.
So
I think that was actually the first. I think that was the first game which actually used the one-ups.
No, absolutely. I'm sure this is the first one.
Yeah. Insane times it were. But yeah, this is course 2. It's finally time. We have only 25 stars left. It's about time to count the course 2.
Yeah, and we are breezing through this course.
Except for that one death. But we don't talk about that. Anyways, the reason why we entered course 2 this late because mostly we have lots of requirements to actually finish everything here. We need a metal cap, we need to beat the Bowser 1 fight, and I think we also need something else, but don't remember. Yeah, I think that's about it, metal cap and the key 1. And overall it's just more convenient to do it close to the end of the game.
Yeah, like, we had to get to the castle anyways from course 14.
So, I probably should also talk about this course a little bit. So, this course must be one of the more heavier courses in the game regarding performance, even though it probably does look like it. I was kinda still learning how to do modeling at the time, so there are like 10,000 polygons here, which is insane for Super Mario 64 standards. Usually courses are like 5-6k, this one is like 10k for absolutely no reason. It's mostly because I did not know how to do proper modeling, so I just spam triangles everywhere trying to fill in the holes. And even there are some still holes in the mesh, which I didn't manage to find properly. But I don't believe lots of people had troubles running it, but we're ready to try to port this game to N64, which I hopefully eventually will get my hands on. Running this course would be an absolute nightmare. Maybe one day.
Oh, I very missed that. So yeah, the course plays pretty normally, like there's not much to talk about. Until now, I guess. So that's when that metal cap requirement is relevant, because there will be no way to do this without the metal cap.
Yeah, Andrew, that's not happening on console. Yeah, this is just gonna be another flip penalty challenge. I think people were able to be gamers and do this without the metal cap, but I don't believe that's even gonna be fast to do it without the metal cap. Like, you can get some of the panels out of the metal cap, but there's really no point.
Nice angle.
And now, I think course 2 is done, but there's one more star here that we need to collect. Actually, no, it still belongs to course 2. So, we need to turn the course from being a lava and sand course to be a little bit more chill. And for that, we need to use the powers of the Chill Hit Temple, as we see previously, where was the Tiny Huge Island. It's a similar thing, but ice freeze. So we go to the temple first, and we change the temperature, and then we come back to the course 2. So I really hope the Phantom is not gonna use the warps too much here. It's just gonna take the correct amount of warps. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. Totally not the commentator jinx over here.
It's incredible that that's a thing that can happen. Oh no, I forgot to do the long jump. So the warps don't really care if you don't want to use it. And after you bonk, you happen to be like on a standing position, which activates warps. It's very unfortunate that you are very prone to bonking there.
Yeah, the area itself is incredibly tiny, so it's very easy to bonk on something. And yeah, it's another secret challenge this time around, but everything is frozen, so we don't need to worry about taking some lava burns. Just can walk and win.
Oh, the camera again. I try to do like movement that normal players do, but the camera bamboozles me every time because the camera here works different. Even if when you get out of a course, you get like the normal vanilla cam, then it switches back to the good camera so violently that it becomes bad for like a few seconds.
Yeah, I try to adjust the warps as much as I could, but sometimes it is what it is.
Also, fun fact, this star was required on the original Ztar tag to start playing the game pretty much.
Not necessarily. You only had to get like 3 out of 5 stars, so you could have technically skipped the star.
Oh, really?
But yeah, this course, yeah, for sure, I'm definitely certain. So this course is actually a remake of incredibly reused course. Like there is at least like 5 hacks that used this model originally, but I tried to spice it up a little bit and make it look somewhat different. And I think it's ended up pretty nice extension for the courtyard in Super Mario 64.
Also, we don't talk about how the original level was.
Oh yeah, it was hell on earth. Just as usual, you know how it is. You know how it is. Alright, we are now entering another quote-unquote remake, but this time it's a buff of a very well-known course. It's course 1, the Bomb Battlefield, but it's a bit more ruined. I think it's called Ruined Lane the Maze, something like that.
Yeah,
and
you got it right.
So we are just gonna grab a couple stars here. I think there are no 7 stars here. I don't actually remember. Maybe there are 7. There are 7, right? But it's not a main course, so we're not gonna go for hundreds. It's just the normal content here. So everything is filled with lava. So to our advantage is to use the Mel cap from time to time. And I'm surprised I actually went for the Mel cap here.
Well, I mean, you can get
You
it
can do
without the
without
meta
Mel cap.
cup. Yeah.
But you can't?
You can, yeah.
Remember.
I used to, but it's super risky, and it only says 1 second, so just for my sanity, I decided to stop doing that.
Yeah, that's Shiny Stars 2 Course 15, and it's also in Super Mario 65, and it's also in Z1, and I'm pretty sure Crash himself used this model somewhere too. This is like that one is like incredibly overused model at this point.
You like that race?
Clap that Koopa.
You're gonna see it again.
Yeah, there was a prize if you mess up the race, just a normal star. Like really, if you were to do just a casual movement here, you won't be able to win the race. The Koopa is a big cheater, and it will climb on the walls. So you have to do at least some kind of escape to get to the top quicker than Koopa. And there are really a lot of opportunities. Like you can just use the warps to cut some of the distance, or just the regular movement that Phantom's doing is really not that bad for casual too.
Yeah, the casual can come up with that for sure. The size of the level kinda lends itself to like discovering and stuff like that.
So the cannons holes are now secrets. So if you remember very well where the holes are in the original game, the cannon holes, you just do the same. Although I'm not sure it's exactly the perfectly ideal placements for them, but I think I did it right.
It's a thought.
I really kind of like. Yeah.
It's a cute idea.
It's close enough. Yeah, it is a good idea either way, even if it's not perfectly fine.
And then I'm not sure how you thought about this star.
Yeah, this star, the logs here are changing to the dark at different speeds. So you need to make sure you keep the poles in the correct order for them to become not blue. Usually people just run around the poles randomly and it just works. It is supposed to be kind of a puzzle for people to figure out. As you can see here, the poles are changing at different rates. A very commonly used puzzle trick, I guess.
Nice. This guy always does the same. Right, suddenly votes a 3.
Yeah, this is a place that is a requirement for the 80% completion of this game. It will stay 80% intended star count. You need to grab the star in order to finish the game and talk to the Cannon Bomb. Well, actually you don't need the star, you just need to get to Cannon Bomb, but We need a star anyways. It's nice for 100% completion. And as we end B3, we are slowly approaching the end of the game. We have only 11 more stars left, and this is a pretty chill course. I don't think it's necessarily hard, but there is a little bit of a lore regarding this course. So this course basically has two sides of it: the regular side, which is going to be the regular ending, and the negative side, which is going to be the sage ending, if you will. I'm not sure when exactly we're going to see the negative one, but it's definitely going to be quick. Don't quite remember the exact route here. Is it the world record pace?
Well, I mean, it could be.
I don't have the splits on. I have no clue. Honestly, my notes kind of stopped at BOB. I guess I forgot to put the notes for everything else. Oops, my bad. Hopefully, can come up with the commentary for the rest of the game. Anyways, this little area here is the inside of the Bowser Castle, and there are two paths here. The first one is the regular path, and the other path is going to be blocked off. And if you want to enter the other path, you need to press a special switch that will turn the castle to negative mode, or the sage mode, if you will.
Okay.
Wait, oh, you're gonna go for the fight now. Okay, this makes
Consider
sense.
this. Bowser happens right now instead of at the end. It's because he's not the actual final boss, he's fake. Okay, so wanna explain how this works. Somehow, like, stepping on these planks damages Bowser, and that's what you gotta do.
Yeah, the HP for the Bowser in the top left corner. He has like 12 HP, 11 HP now. And the less HP Bowser has, the more movement tech he will try to do in order to kill Mario. So this fight will get crazy and crazy over time. It's one of the first quote-unquote avoidance, I guess, in Super Mario 64, although it behaves more like a boss because of the HP meter. So the phase where the powder is breathing fire is actually easier than the one before, but it's mostly just a chill time before the final phase, because this is hell.
The spam is impressive. The thing with Mario is that once you jump, as most of you know, you can't really change your direction, so I made this fight way harder than it would be if you could change your direction.
Yeah, it was still a very impressive fight, not gonna lie, like, very, very good. Oh no, it's a fake out. Now we finish the first ending of the game. It's a normal ending. So each ending in the game gives us a star. And there are two of them. The normal ending and the negative ending.
Oh, I did it again. My bad.
What even happened there? Did you have the walking angle or something?
Yeah. I had to press one D-pad direction here to like be able to slide along that wall, and I always get the wrong one.
That's unlucky.
Alright, so we stepped on that switch that you saw previously in this run when I had to death warp. But I'm not sure if you could see it.
Yeah, now the world will turn into sage mode, the negative mode, and the other path will open up. So now we can go not on the left path of that, on the right path. And then Phantom will attempt to perform a tiny skip over here. The general idea behind that path is that you need to do some health management, and the game will attempt to take two pieces of health, so like two lower bounces or six. So you can't do the third one. But if you do a very specific movement tech, you will be able to get only one lower bounce to hit the warp. So when you end up with 5 HP, you can do one more lower bounce here and just skip the whole puzzle area here. Very nice, very nice.
Pretty satisfying to do, because the area that you have to do if you can't do that skip is pretty annoying.
It is what it is.
And so we go to the fight again, but oh look, what is this? Oh, that's lag. Okay. So this level is too hard, so I had to pause buffer. Don't like the idea, but it is what it is.
It's what it is.
Never mind that
So-
in pause buffering when I'm completely standing still, but yeah, believe me.
So post buffering here actually puts an in-game save state. So if Phantom were to make a mistake, he can just press the L button like this and get forward back to the last time he paused. So obviously, the speedrunners, even though we are supposed to be perfect humans, we can make mistakes. And this slide was incredibly hard way to do it without any save states casually.
Okay, I can fix this. That was
You can
really
fix this.
bad.
Yeah, it's still fine.
That was a really bad save state there. I'm just showing
Honestly,
the mechanic, honestly. I can do this without doing.
Honestly, all kinds of hacks should have that in their games. Like in-game save states are incredibly OP, and it's better than using the emulated save states, IMO.
Man, what happened to the castle?
Oh no, it's old Sage now. So, according to the lore, the Star Trek 1 doesn't have a good ending. So, the real ending is that Mario actually lost, and the castle now is ruined. The earth lost its color, and yeah, it's all over, bros, you know? Thankfully, there is one course that we can still enter that's gonna work properly, and it's course number 15.
Yeah, and the reason why
And very conveniently.
Yeah, the reason why it works because it is the negative realm. Like, it's where it comes.
Yeah.
It's where it all comes from. Oh my god! Oh my god! Well, that's a pretty hard start, so I don't mind.
Yeah, this course is made to be a little bit more weird than normal. I try to pull all sorts of weird gimmicks here because it's a negative realm. It's supposed to be weird champ, you know? Unfortunately, Phantom is champion right now, so... There we go, you did it.
I just
So
wanted to show that moment.
Yeah. This red paint over here is instant death. It's even worse than quicksand, where you could just be near it, you would die. Oh my word.
I don't understand.
It was so unbelievably close. But yeah, as Phantom showed here, when you touch the red thing, you will be booted out of the course. Thankfully, he used it to his advantage in order to skip the star grab cutscene. Very nice, very nice.
You skip the star dance and also this save prompt. It's pretty good.
It's really good, yeah.
Well, I
And
don't
just
know.
we have the hundreds now left and the Path of Emptiness. Very ominous name. This level is pretty tight on coins. It's supposed to be like this because, you know, there's not really much of the level to begin with. So it's supposed to be a challenge on its own, after all.
Right.
And the other stars here are the normal ending. We call it like that, negative ending. We also finished it when we did the slide. And one more star, which we will see when we get all 169 stars, because that star requires everything that's in the game. So the gimmick here is that the platforms will appear when you stand up near the coin things, coin lines, and the part of the course will just fly up to the boss Mario. So I think it was inspired by something, but I don't remember what exactly. But it looks kinda neat, especially from the ending when the slide is gonna appear while the Mario... Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh, that's unlucky. Oh, that's a big unlucky.
So this is something I need to mention, but it's very common that any Mario 64 player, when they want to long jump, they get a ground pound instead. What we forget about is that sometimes it can happen in reverse. It's not very common, but it can happen. Trying to get a ground
It's
pound
just
during
Phantom
long jump.
7 the schedule, although I'm not sure if we are ahead of schedule right now.
That platform wasn't very good.
Yeah, when they are just flying like that around, they don't have any collision.
And so slowly too, that was interesting. I really like this star, you guys. I don't know. I just wanted to do it again.
You're just this good, I understand. By the way, you can also manage to skip one of those platforms where you not to stand up in the right position. The collision for the course is always there, so those platforms are mostly just a bait, really. Like they don't have any collision on themselves. There you go.
Alright. Alright. You can kind of see that on that slide because you're going faster than, you know, what the visuals can do. Alright, 169.
Final start time.
Yeah, Star's a dream.
Yeah, this star is serves as the credits for this game. It takes a part of every single course in the game. I think it's a main course actually, and puts them together into one sequence. So when you stand up on these warp pipes, it will change the course around and tries to pick a different place in the game, which will suit the continuation of it. So the song itself is also a medley of every single track in the game. So
really brings everything together.
Yeah, it's supposed to remind you of what you have done to reach the ending and obtain all the stars in the game.
Yeah.
This area is pretty much trivial. There's not many things that can kill you, but you still need to be careful. Yeah, we gotta have one of those medley courses in the game. It's absolutely critical. It's also kind of inspired by the Super Mario Treasure World, which has a Suckman's Dream, but this is a Star's Dream.
The slug did not want to cooperate.
It really did not want to.
Let's see if I can do the funny. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Oh no, okay, whatever. That's a hard trick and it's very recent too, so it's not that important either. What matters is this works, so you can actually hit this. Oh, nice.
Yeah, you're supposed to lower the water in this area, but
Oh yeah,
the water itself is going up and down.
timing is gonna happen after the fade out of this star. That is the good ending time. Kind of forgot about that.
GG!
And we just finished the game.
Yeah, that was a sick run.
Yeah, pretty good. I barely went overestimate, but it wasn't a disaster at least. Also, a nice
that one mistake was pretty big, but overall still based.
fun detail.
Oh yeah,
Once you activate the negative ending, all the levels are gonna be like ruined.
everything's gonna be sage now. And if you go to the outside world, it's also gonna be incredibly sage.
Yeah, I'm very
It's gonna be
safe.
so sage that you can just soft lock in it.
Oh, the lava still works. Okay.
I usually didn't change, of course it still works.
No, but for some reason, like a lot of things just stop working on this state.
That's also fair.
Awesome run.
Yeah, thank you.
Star Attack, it's a good game. It's a good run. Is there still anything you guys want to say before I move on to the next one?
Thanks for watching Fangame Marathon. Hope you enjoyed some super and steeper hacks we had to show to y'all.
Please check out the Ztar range 5.5.
Then next up is things.smc2 boonies.